YouTube just changed how it rewards creators, and most people still haven't noticed. Right now, we have new channels making more money than creators who've been grinding for years. And it's not because they work harder, it's because they found a pattern that YouTube can't stop pushing. Look at this channel, Psychology Simplified. They started 2 months ago in November, and they already have gained over 90,000 subscribers from just 34 videos and are generating over 1 million views every single week. And here's the thing, they're not using fancy editing. They're not showing their face. They found a structure that works, and they're just repeating it. If you've ever upgraded your videos, added better visuals, improved your editing, and then watched your views drop, this is exactly why. I'm about to show you the exact system this channel uses, the actual formula they repeat in every single upload. And by the end of this, you'll have everything you need to clone this and start getting results in the next 48 hours. But first, you need to understand why this works. Because if you skip this part, you'll build the wrong thing and waste weeks wondering why nothing's happening. This channel doesn't succeed because of the topic. Psychology content has been on YouTube for years. They succeed because of how they frame human behavior. Every video follows the same pattern. A specific behavior people recognize in themselves, plus a psychological explanation that makes them feel understood. That combination is why these videos feel personal without being controversial. So let's break down how to build this. First, channel setup. This is where most people fail before they even upload. They spend days on branding, logos, color schemes, trying to look professional. None of that matters here. What matters is eliminating decisions so every upload costs less effort than the last one. Start with the channel name. Use the channel name prompt from the prompting notion linked in the description below and head over to ChatGPT and generate. You will receive a list of different channel names. Select which name you prefer. For me, I will be going with Human Behavior Simplified. Next up is the profile picture and banner. Now there are 2 ways that we can do this. You can auto-randomize, or you can be more hands-on with how you want your visual style to be. What I did was auto-proceed and match the competitor's minimalist style. I suggest you do the same because in this format, visual sameness beats creativity because familiarity lowers cognitive load. People don't need to be impressed. They need to feel safe clicking. Once you generate your profile picture and banner prompting, head over to Whisk and generate both visuals. It's very straightforward. Keep it simple and move on. None of this is about branding. It's about eliminating decisions so every upload costs less effort than the last. Now, once you've gotten your branding finished, just set up your channel. I've covered this step already, so just go to earlier videos I have on it. Now that we have our channel ready, let's begin putting together our video. Idea generation is very simple. The way we go about this is heading over to the Notion prompt and grabbing the video idea prompt, then pasting it into ChatGPT and inserting how many ideas we want. Now, this step is important. Before clicking generate, we need to head over to our competitor's channel and grab 10 of their best performing video titles and paste them back into ChatGPT. And finally, generate. Look at what it gave me. The psychology of people who avoid phone calls. That's gold. It's relatable, it's slightly calling people out, and it's a high CTR topic. Anything that lightly exposes a behavior people recognize in themselves will outperform educational topics every time. Now, before we get into scripting, we need to know what our thumbnail concept is going to look like, so that the first 30 seconds of our script is fulfilling on what our packaging has promised. Head over to our competitor and scroll through his feed, look at his packaging, and figure out which video concept is closest to yours and save that thumbnail. We'll end off with finalizing the packaging, which is the most important step in this process, so stay until the end. Now, script writing. So to generate our scripts, we'll use Claude Opus 4.5. This is the best model for this. Then head back over to the prompting notion and grab the scripting prompt. Instilled inside of it is mine and our competitor's delivery style and structure. This isn't about copying this channel. It's about understanding why this format works and applying that logic to our own uploads. So paste that prompt inside of Claude and insert your video idea and the information on your video and generate your script. Next, image generation. This is critical. If you get this wrong, the entire video falls apart. The Psychology Simplified look is very specific. Minimalist, hand-drawn sketch art. We'll use the script to image prompt inside of our Notion to generate our visuals. So paste both the script to image prompt, and input the style that you were given to generate your profile picture and channel banner into ChatGPT. Once you receive the image prompts, we'll use Whisk's Nano Banana to generate the images. The process is is simple. Grab the first prompt, paste it into Whisk. Make sure the aspect ratio is 16:9 and generate. Look at the result. It's very similar to our competitor's style that's generating millions of views per week. Time to finish off our production with generating our voiceover. I'm using 11 Labs. You can use whichever software you prefer. I'm also using Adam Spencer for my voice character. This is the type of voice that works in this niche. Very similar tone to our competitor as well. Make sure to stay away from the philosophical robotic voices. They will kill this niche instantly. People need to feel like they're being understood by a human. So just look for a voice that sounds both mature or friendly. Once you figure out what voiceover you'll be using, make sure to set the model to 11v3 alpha, as it has more emotion in the voice. Then just insert your script and format it accordingly. This is also where most people overspend or overcomplicate. This process that we have going through only works because the system is already mapped. Inside Creator OS, we map which tools actually matter and which ones you can skip entirely to keep costs near zero while keeping quality high. Members are already getting results like this by replicating winning formats, building structured workflows, and scaling without burning out. The prompts, the sequencing, the systems, it's all documented and updated as platforms change. First link in the description if you want access to those systems. All right, let's finalize our video and packaging. Time to edit everything together. If you don't like editing, then this is definitely for you. This is going to be a very simple and straightforward process. Head over to CapCut or any editor of your choosing. Insert your scenes and your voiceover into the timeline. If your voiceover is on the slower slide, adjust the speed to around 1.1 times. Then align your scenes with the voiceover and make sure everything is being depicted correctly. The editing follows three principles: motion, continuity, pacing. Motion through constant keyframes. I turned shorter scenes into compound clips so I could use the feature across multiple sequences. To make compound clips, just highlight the specific scenes and right-click, then select Create Compound Clip. As for creating keyframes, just click the scene you want motion added to, click the diamond, adjust the aspect ratio, go to the opposite end of the scene and raise or lower the aspect ratio. Then right-click the diamond and select Ease In or Ease Out. Continuity through transitions. I gave it a mix of fade in, fade out, and slide to the left. To finalize the visuals, we'll add captions. To auto-generate them, go to Text, Captions, Auto-Generate, then adjust the style and placement of the captions themselves. This is optional, but I personally added some calm background music that I got from the YouTube audio library to finalize everything. The music I used was Moonlight Sonata. If you are using background music, adjust the decibels. Ensure you can hear the voiceover clear and well. To end it off, the most important part of this process: what determines if your video gets traction or flops? Thumbnail creation. Thumbnail consistency beats creativity in this niche. To make this as simple as possible, we'll leverage our competitor's thumbnail structure and replicate it by simply dropping the competitor's saved thumbnail into our Creator OS image to JSON GPT. Then grab the data, head back to our old ChatGPT convo, and insert the JSON and prompt ChatGPT to create you a thumbnail prompt based on your video idea and title. With the thumbnail prompt that ChatGPT gave you, head back to Whisk, drop it in, and generate the image. And in less than 5 minutes, you created a thumbnail following a proven structure without spending a single dollar. What changed for me wasn't the tools. It was realizing that attention follows structure, not effort. Most creators don't fail because they lack ideas. They fail because every upload feels like starting over. When the structure is clear, the work gets easier, production gets quicker. Less guessing, fewer decisions, more ability to actually stay out the weeds and create. At that point, content stops feeling like a gamble and becomes a process that you can repeat, similar to what we just went through in creating this video. That's basically what's happening inside Creator OS. It's not some magic fix. It's just a place where the workflows, tools, and formats are already laid out, and creators compare failures and experiences instead of guessing in isolation. You'll see people like Marvin, who followed our exact system and started stacking consistent results, not because he found a new trick, but because he stopped rebuilding from scratch every time. If you want to look behind the scenes and know how these formats are applied across niches, see the tools we're using, how people are keeping costs low while still getting results, click the first link in the description or pinned comment. No pressure, just there if you're ready to stop experimenting alone. Before you head out though, the video we built will be playing. Stick around to give it a watch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
You see the phone light up. A name flashes across the screen. Your chest tightens. You stare at it for a second, maybe two, and then you let it ring. Not because you don't care about the person calling, not because you're too busy, but because something in you just can't pick up. Later, you'll text them back. You'll apologize, you'll say you were in the middle of something, and maybe that's true. But the real reason is harder to explain. The real reason is that phone calls feel like walking into a room with no exits. This isn't about being rude. It's not even about being shy. It's about something deeper, something your brain decided a long time ago.